take a few minutes and just say thank you. Thank you to everybody who made Ignite the Spark to Eradicate Suicide a successful event.
Definitely.
We had amazing panelists who just provided so much hope for people who've been touched by suicide, whether it was a suicide survivor or whether it was somebody who had lost somebody dear to them to suicide. We had great stories of hope. We had great insights in terms of how we, as members of society, can help to change that trajectory that we've been on, which is just, it's a huge, huge trend. It's an epidemic of suicide all across the board.
You know, one of the things I hear from people, what causes people to commit suicide? And there's just not one answer.
Mm-mm.
There's as many answers as you can think of. There's a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts sometimes when your kids are in school, little elementary school. The bullying starts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it is allowed to continue in school. Something's not right.
Mm-mm.
We need our kids to speak up.
We do.
Go to your teacher. If your teacher won't do anything, go to your parents. And parents will have to do something about it. This cannot be permitted in school anymore. Mm-hmm. It starts there. Then it goes on from elementary school, middle school, and high school. Even colleges, believe it or not.
Well, and we've lost a lot of students on college campuses, not just here in North Carolina.
Across the country.
Oh my goodness. You know, as we've been talking about this whole issue of suicide, we've heard from people all over the country about just ridiculous numbers of students that are just disappearing. And we do know the pandemic had something to do with the increase in numbers. So many of our young people, if they're not looking at this all the time, they don't know how to communicate.
That's part of the problem right there. That's one of many, many reasons.
It really is. It really is. But, you know, we weren't just talking about our youth, although that is a big concern. We were also talking about veterans. We were talking about people of all races, all religions, all age groups. You know, we have a friend who's doing a lot of work up in the Boston area right now. And she's saying that seniors, you know, they're doing this too. They're taking their lives. They're frustrated. They don't feel hopeful.
Well, I remember when my he just not long before he died, he was in hospice care. Mm-hmm. And he asked me to bring a gun in. Oh. I would not do it. Because I always hope, there's always a little bit of hope that maybe he'd get better. He didn't get better. But seniors are doing it just as much as young people or middle-aged age. Suicide does not discriminate against your age, the color of your skin, no matter what sex you are, whatever.
Religion.
Religion has nothing to do with it. It happens in all religions.
It does.
It's a shame. And until we start talking about it, stop sweeping it under the rug. Let's get out and talk about it. Then we can maybe get something done. But it's going to take all of us.
Yeah.
Not just my wife, Cheyenne, and myself and our team. It's going to take all of us.
It's true. And you know, we have proof that this is a topic that more people want to know about and understand. They just don't want to talk about it face to face.
Right.
And normalizing the conversation is so important. There were so many people who told us they were going to come to the event in person, and then we see them showing up online. So, you know, we did live stream the event. You can find that live stream by going to facebook.com/Suicide Prevention Spark.
But not showing up in person, they missed a lot of good stuff.
Absolutely. Our wellness professionals were absolutely phenomenal. We had so many people that, you know, we're here promoting what we're calling an integrative approach. We honor, we respect our mental health professionals. But first of all, there's not enough of them right now because the needs are so great. And then second, doesn't it make sense that if there is something we can do to help improve the outcomes, continue to make things better, doesn't that make sense that we should do that? You know, Duke University has what they call integrative health clinic. They have an integrative health program where they teach people how to be integrative health coaches.
Yes. Excellent program.
Excellent program. And that's what we were really working to help people see is, you know, whether you're talking about something like hyperbaric oxygen therapy, most people don't even know what
No,
that
they don't.
is. And yet there's a clinic right here in the Raleigh-Durham area that is saving lives.
If you want to know more about it, contact us.
Absolutely.
We will help you out.
You know, our good friend Dory Staley was with us, and she is a certified therapeutic drummer. Now, you know, she'll tell you in a heartbeat, it's not just a drum circle, you know,
No.
she uses this as a therapy. She has special tools, special techniques that she uses. And, you know, there's science, there's tons of science-based papers about this.
Let me say something. There's nothing wrong with drum circles.
No,
They can
not
be
at
very
all.
calming for you.
True.
I encourage you to go. You don't have to play drums.
Nope.
Just go and listen.
Absolutely.
But this is completely different. This is a different type of drumming.
It
It's
is.
therapeutic. And it's
Therapeutic. Yep.
very good for your brain, your soul.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. And, you know, those are just a couple of people that were there. We're working so hard. And oh my gosh, how about a big shout out for Crystal Bodie Smith?
Oh,
She
man.
took it upon herself.
Amazing person.
You know, if you go to her YouTube channel, it's Shout Crystal, you know, story time with Shout Crystal. And she has taken it upon herself to do videos of our vendors. And so she has interviewed our vendors. She's done a fabulous job. And you can go to her channel and you can also see she's tagged me on Facebook with those videos. So you can learn from our vendors. Anybody in the country can learn from our vendors about different things. Did anybody know? And actually, I think I've got a couple of these here. Did anybody know that there's actually patches you can wear that help to stimulate and activate stem cells in your body? A lot of us have heard of stem cells. We know there's something good. We have a lot more of them when we're an infant than perhaps we do as adults. But there are amazing tools that can activate them in your body and help our creator to be able to do the healing that your body is designed to do.
Guess what we're saying? There's so many ways that you can help yourself. And we had a good sample of a lot of different modalities.
Lots of them.
Yes.
And oh, that's another thing. WeCare-NC.com. That is the website for North Carolina for We Care Partnerships Network, which is one of the companies that we have founded. We're co-founders with Richard Mabe up in Virginia. And if you go to WeCare-NC.com, you can see our vendors there as well. And in fact, we have also created a connection to all of Crystal's videos on those pages. So if you go there, you can see who our vendors are. There's actually 2 pages that they're on, and you can read about them. You can go to their websites, and you can access those incredible little videos that Crystal did for us. So you can still learn about ways that we as human beings can be more empowered to be able to improve our mental health, be able to reduce stress, be able to reduce anxiety, be able to do a lot of things with tools. Some of them are free, you know?
That's true.
Emotional freedom technique. It's a free process, folks.
Talking about motion, doing that event, and after we were really wiped out.
We were. That's why it's taken us 2 weeks to come back online, because yeah, we were wiped out. It was, but it was amazing to see people coming together. And even at Dorothea Dix Park, You know, it was a
Spark.
small group, but it was a powerful group.
Spark in the park.
Spark in the park. We were praying together. We were discussing. We were visualizing together. We had people there who have visions for creating healing communities for abused women, for young people aged out of foster care, for veterans. These are all people who are carrying divine visions. And we're just looking for the people who have a similar desire, because that's part of what God's asking us to do right now. Stop living in a silo and being afraid of a vision that maybe you've been given, because I promise he gave it to more than one person.
That's right. And let me explain to you, our team is made up of different people, different beliefs.
That's true.
We don't hold anything against anybody.
Mm-mm.
We
No.
want everybody, no matter what do you believe. You can be an atheist. We want you to feel better.
That's right.
If Jewish, if you're Muslim, it
That
doesn't matter. We have them in our team.
That's right.
So we want you to feel better.
That's the bottom line of it all. And, you know, of course, we're also extremely grateful to our mentor, Fred Van Loo, who
Yes.
came all the way from
Dallas.
Dallas to Raleigh to be here with us. And, you know, every Monday night, we have an opportunity for anybody who reaches out to us. We can put you in a Zoom room for a free doctor's house call. That's what I like to call it.
Yes, it is.
It is absolutely amazing, because Dr. Joel Wallach, his work is in the Smithsonian Institution. He's not any, you know, he's amazing. You know,
Yes.
he's no quack.
But he's not the only doctor. What is it, the first Mondays?
The first Monday. Well, we think it's still the first Monday of the
No.
month. There's another doctor.
But we can get you
Yep.
to another doctor.
Yep. And these folks are giving their time to provide you with what I like to call a nutritional prescription.
Yes.
It's clinical grade nutrition. And, you know, when we're talking about mental health, we're talking about potential suicide ideation. One of the problems we have is there's no longer minerals in our food. You know,
Oh no, could that unbalance our brain or something?
it does unbalance our brain. And that is one of the many problems that are happening. In fact, Dr. Wallach himself tells the story of how he was almost institutionalized as a child. And it was only because he was inspired one day to go out to the barn and grab a bunch of alfalfa pellets that they were feeding to the animals. He put them in a bowl with milk and started eating them. And his personality completely changed in a couple of days. I mean, that is one of the missing components. You know, pick up any vitamin and mineral supplement out there, and, you know, you see maybe 4 or 5 minerals.
Right. You don't
in
see
them.
enough minerals. No.
We need 60.
At least 60.
The good Lord made our bodies to operate efficiently when we have 60 minerals.
What's I say? Our body's made, and we the same way we can repair our bodies.
Oh, the intelligence that made our bodies can repair our bodies. But we got to give it the right tools.
to work with. Right.
That is exactly
Yeah,
it.
it's just
So
like a carpenter. If he doesn't have a hammer or he doesn't have a saw, he's not going to be much of a carpenter.
that's it. So just know that if you're watching this, you've got an open invitation. Reach out to us on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. We're pretty active in all of those places. And let us know if you would like to be able to get a free house call from a real doctor who knows. I mean, he's been able to reverse so many symptoms through minerals. It's a missing component for all of us.
That's true.
So that's another, you know, another example of things that most people don't know, because God forbid, you know, the MDs out here are doing the best they can, but ask them how many classes they've had in mineral-based nutrition.
Let me say something. What was it? 7 years ago,
Yeah.
Before we knew about the doctors, I had a hip replaced.
Mhm.
They told me, and it was done at the VA. They did a fantastic job.
Yes,
I
they
was
did.
very happy with the VA. I think they do great work, but I still had pain.
In other places too.
Right. So what happened? You can take over now.
Well, that's when we met Fred Van Loo out of Dallas on Facebook, no less. And, when he heard our story, he said, I'm flying to Raleigh. I'm going to get your husband back on his feet. And it was less than a month.
Yes, indeed.
And, these are just things that we want people to know. We want people to know what's possible
Mhm.
because, you may just still decide you want to go get joint replacement surgery, and God bless you if you do. But what if there's another option? What if there are other ways that the Creator designed you to be able to be rebuilt through
Something that's not
nutrition?
invasive.
That's right. That's right.
And believe me, I felt a whole lot better than a month.
That's true.
I was able to walk,
Mhm.
no limp.
That's true.
You can ask her.
It's true.
She'll tell you all my problems. Might take a week or two. No, but seriously, I couldn't walk straight
Mm-mm.
after the surgery.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know if I walk straight now. It all depends on the time of day. But seriously, it changed my life.
It did. It did. So, we just these are the things that we have been working so hard out here to do is to help you to be able to learn about things that you may not know that you didn't know, and to be able to take more control over your decisions on your health, your well-being, your mental wellness, your physical wellness, and oh, well, we're kind of into the spiritual
Yes,
wellness
we
too,
are.
aren't we? Absolutely. I mean, that's why we had the prayer up at Dorothea Dix Park. And, we also do a lot of work with helping people to figure out what is your God given purpose? Do you have one? I believe everybody does.
Definitely.
But what is it Les Brown says? What's the richest place in the world?
Graveyard.
The graveyard,
Mhm.
because that's where people end up. And they take too many of their gifts with them instead of leaving them
And
here on the
and they're
planet.
great ideas they have
The
that they
great
never
ideas.
follow through with.
Yep. They,
Shame.
that is one of the saddest things when people get to the end of life and they say, well, I should have done this or I could have done that. And they didn't. Because right now, where we are on this planet, we need everyone
Everybody
to
on
figure.
board.
Everybody, all hands on deck,
There you
folks.
go.
We need everybody figuring out what is the tools, the gifts, the talents that the good Lord gave you, where you could be creating something here. I mean, here we are in North Carolina right now. Western North Carolina has been destroyed.
It has.
I mean, we've spent a lot of times out there in the past. We've gone camping out there. We've done things with our kids. We've done all kinds of stuff, visited all kinds of places. And so much of it is been wiped off the map. And people out there are relearning how to work together, how to use their gifts, their
have no
talents.
choice.
They have no choice.
Mhm.
You have a choice.
When your main interstate, as I-40,
Oh my
is partially gone.
And I-26. They've
It's
been just
unbelievable.
total
Probably the worst
destruction.
hurricane destruction ever in Western North Carolina.
Yeah, they say it's on par with Katrina, and we remember that was a horrendous deal down in New Orleans.
Yes.
So, here we are, folks. It's time for us to come together, figure out how to help each other. And, we're very grateful today as well. We got an opportunity to go out to an event called Vets to Vets United. And Dr. Terry Morris, she is a veterinarian who is committed to helping veterans. That's what she means by vets to vets. And so she actually works with veterans, helps them to learn how to train their own service dogs, does a lot of amazing things to help in that way. And we were out there today and we got to meet some amazing people who are all about serving veterans. So, you know, the last 2 weeks, my goodness, we have been out there and talking about suicide prevention. We met a lot of great people today. We got to give away a few more of our Ignite the Spark t-shirts. And oh, by the way, we still have a few of those left
Yes.
too.
If you're serious about getting one, it's going to be a collector's item.
That's right. That's right. And one of the things we love about our Ignite the Spark t-shirt, it actually was designed by a young entrepreneur. A young lady named Arena. She was with us 2 years ago in the Young Entrepreneur Program, and she is an amazing artist. So she created our spark and our flame that's on those t-shirts, and absolutely collector's item, no
That's
doubt.
right. The talent, unbelievable, that young lady.
She is amazing, amazing. So I think that kind of catches everybody up on all the crazy stuff that's been going on with us. You know, we've been in recovery ourselves. Just that was such a big event, so much that went into it, and we are so grateful to our sponsors. We're grateful to our vendors. We're grateful to everybody who actually attended. Showed up. I mean, it was just amazing how so many people came together to bring together this very important event. And you know, we're definitely open to replicating this event in other areas. So if you know of any cities or towns that would like to see a similar kind of event, you know, that's why we're on the road. That's why we have this motorhome. You know, we go places. Now, of course, if it starts getting cold, we may not go north right away. But next summer.
Yep. There's always a season change.
That's true. That's true. So we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you stopping by, and you know, we're gonna be back here. I think 8 p.m. is probably going to be our target time on Sunday evenings. So tune in, listen in. If you like what we're talking about, you know, like this, comment on this, share this. Just hitting the like is not enough, you know, for the algorithms in Facebook and YouTube to really get activated. Give us a comment. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you want to hear about, because we know that you are the miracle that we're all waiting for. We tell people every day, Jesus didn't say, sit and wait for me. He said, follow me. So what would Jesus do if he were you? Think about that, and we'll see you next week on You Are the Miracle. Have a blessed week, everybody.
Thank you, and thank you.
Absolutely. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.